Hey, hello and welcome to the show. My name is Chace from Hammerano, Culture Unlimited, and in today's video we'll be looking at what can only be described as a tough week and a bit for West Ham United. So you've probably heard of Cinderella and the ugly stepsisters. Well, West Ham have the ugly near losses. In just a little bit over a week, West Ham lost to Chelsea, Frankfurt and Arsenal. These were all narrow defeats and quite soul-crushing, and in today's video we'll be looking at, is there light at the end of the tunnel after these losses? All this and more in today's episode of Hammerano, Culture Unlimited. So let's start with the loss against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Now for this one, it was just before our semi-final against Frankfurt in the Europa League, so Moyes went into this game resting a few of our key players, and you can't really blame the manager for trying that strategy. The game was looking to end in a 0-0 draw, however all resistance crumbled for West Ham when Christian Pulisic put the ball in the back of the net for Chelsea in the 90th minute. So let's press on and look at Thursday's defeat in the Europa League semi-final first leg against Eintracht Frankfurt. This was a funny one, and by funny I mean completely soul-crushing. It was an uphill battle for the Hammers, and I say this because in the opening minute, the score was 1-0 to Frankfurt. I was still pouring my beer from the can into the glass, and West Ham were already 1-0 down. Now, West Ham managed to get back into the match thanks to a long overdue goal from Antonio. However, not long after that, the German club made it 2-1. It goes without saying I'm obviously gutted with the result, and what makes it a harder pill to swallow is on the night, West Ham hit the woodwork, the crossbar or the posts 3 times. And 2 of those 3 times coming from the man who's on form, who's on fire, Jarrod Bowen. That's right, Bowen is on fire, and on any other occasion, any other night, those missed chances or those woodwork hitters would have gone into the back of the net. So you can't help but say West Ham were at least a bit unlucky. But it is what it is, and the Hammers look forward to the second leg with only being 2-1 down on aggregate. It's going to be super difficult trying to get a result at Frankfurt. However, West Ham can deliver the goods away from home in Europe. We saw it against Seville, and we managed to put 3 past Lyon in their backyard. So it's tricky, but it's not impossible. Look, West Ham more than matched Frankfurt in the first leg. It was a very open match, and down to luck, it could have easily been 3-3. So all to play for in the second leg. Fingers crossed that West Ham can do it. So we've covered 2 defeats, let's press on to the third defeat, which was the 2-1 loss against Arsenal. Yes, West Ham lost, I can make peace with that, I can understand that. And you can almost say our priorities are elsewhere, we're focusing more on Europe towards the end of the season now. But my biggest gripe coming out of this Arsenal match was Mike Dean, the referee, and his criminally poor decisions he made. Now don't get me wrong, I'm very aware that blaming the referee after your club loses makes you come across as Grandpa Simpson moaning at the clouds, but just hear me out here. So Jarrod Bowen was shown a yellow card, and this was a funny one. So let me paint the picture for you. Jarrod Bowen is clear on goal, running towards the Arsenal goal. The only person who can stop this goal from happening is the Arsenal goalkeeper Ramsdale. So Ramsdale's charging at Bowen. What does Bowen do? He jumps over him. Why? Well, he doesn't want his leg broken, so he jumps over him. How does the ref perceive this? How does Mike Dean perceive Jarrod diving over Ramsdale? The ref thinks he's trying to con the ref and shows Bowen a yellow card. What must Bowen do? Just stand there and get his legs broken? Obviously he's going to jump over him. I don't understand that one, and I don't see why West Ham were penalised for this. I'm not saying send Ramsdale off, but why even show a yellow in the first place? Just keep your cards in the pocket and play on. That's ridiculous. And the second idiotic call from referee Mike Dean was allowing play to go on after what looked like, or from the angle I saw on the television, a handball in the West Ham box from Rob Holding. Now after this handball from Holding, Gabriel scored for Arsenal, making it 2-1. And I just don't know why VAR didn't step in and review it. It was arguably the same phase of play, so you no doubt where that handball probably assisted the goal, or if it wasn't for that handball, would they even have scored? So I'm just unclear why VAR isn't stepping in, and if the ref isn't seeing it, it's all very suspicious to me. Now, I don't want to sound like a conspirator or someone who believes in these crazy theories, but this is what bugs me and almost sours me from modern football. So often we see this happen. Decisions go the way of the more established clubs. It's almost like the FA or the powers that be cannot have the, lack of a better word, smaller clubs or the less established clubs finishing above the bigger clubs at said bigger clubs' expenses. What I'm getting at is they can't have West Ham finish higher than your Arsenals or your Manchester Uniteds. It's almost bad for the brand and all the billions and millions of United and Arsenal fans around the world. Heaven forbid they have West Ham qualify for a European competition where it should be your more established clubs. And to me, that's bollocks. It should be based on merit, and if it is a grey area, call in VAR or just use a technology. So often things are going the way of the bigger clubs. It's not being reviewed. I love football more than anything, obviously. But when you see this happen, it does sour you and it does disappoint you. With the football season coming to an end and only 3 games left, West Ham still have Norwich, Man City and Brighton to play. How do I see these results going? I think we'll beat Norwich. Norwich are really relegated and we have much more quality than they do. So I can see us getting 3 points against Norwich. Against Man City, while City are still going toe-to-toe with Liverpool for the Premier League title, City will win this one. And then against Brighton on the final day of the season, Brighton, they're tough. They're not an easy fixture at all. And I think a draw, obviously I'd want to win. But realistically, and based on the West Ham I've seen lately, I think a draw will be a good result for West Ham. So 9 points to play for. I'm going to say 4 points for West Ham from this last 9 to play for. So where do I see West Ham finishing in the Premier League? I'd love to finish 6th again. But again, this recent dip in form and the recent losses West Ham have been racking up in the Premier League, 7th wouldn't be the end of the world. I'd love 6th. But 7th would still be a fair season. And with regards to Europe, the Hammers need to turn things around in Frankfurt. No other reason, I just really, really, really want to see West Ham lift a trophy, and it'll be so sweet to see us win the Europa League. Please, come on. Look, right now the best possible outcome for this season would obviously be victorious in the Europa League to be lifted that trophy. And if we were to marry a 7th spot finish with a Europa League trophy, I think that would be amazing. Yes, I would have loved to have finished the league domestically higher, but a Europa League trophy was 7th. I mean, any league position. We can finish anywhere. As long as we lift that trophy, I'll be happy. But if you look at the mathematical side, I think 7th is realistic, and given how results have gone recently, I think it's more than likely. So whatever. Premier League 7th, just please West Ham, lift that Europa League trophy, please. And it looks like we are desperately out of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help the video and the channel out, and it pleases the algorithm, so please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe to Hammerano Culture Unlimited. My name is Chace, and until next time, come on, you irons.